So welcome to day 27 of our 28 days of connections, and today's practice is going to be a moon salutation practice. So the other day we did the sun salutation, which is focused on kind of morning practice, potentially building heat, and the moon on the other hand is kind of to balance it. So it's designed to sort of be more cooling, slower pace, those kinds of things. But again, with any practice, you can make it your own. So if you want to do a moon salutation, but you feel like your energy is higher, then you can obviously make it quicker. So you can kind of do with yoga whatever you kind of want, what feels right for you at the time. So I'll just take you through the moves in a few rounds just to sort of get you used to it, and then again it's up to you how you want to practice it really. But we'll just start in a nice kind of strong frame, and just maybe close your eyes for a few seconds and ground down through the feet. And obviously standing with your legs slightly wider apart changes your stance, so you can sort of focus on how it feels to just kind of shift your weight in your feet from side to side, that kind of thing, in a different position. Normally we've got our legs a bit closer together. So just coming into our here and now, checking in with the breath, taking a few breaths. Connecting those feet to the ground, so just bringing your attention to the connection you have with the ground via your feet. Really just settling into the moment. And then we're going to begin just by bringing our feet slightly closer and reaching our arms up and clasping one wrist and moving to one side. Feeling that nice stretch down the side, and then coming back to center, stepping out with the legs and coming into a nice squat, wide leg squat with your arms up in the air. So goddess pose. You can take a few breaths here. Try and keep nice and tall in the body. And then come up. Nice strong star pose. Then we're going to travel down into our triangle, and if you can reach the floor, touch the floor. If you want to have your hands on your shin, you can, whatever's comfortable. Reaching your arm up, and then coming round, twisting your feet, and coming into your lunge. Nice straight legs if you can. We're reaching down, so a bit of a forward fold, but just in a wide leg. And then coming down, so dropping your back knee down into your lunge. And then we're going to come up, reach up. And if you want to, you can reach up and curve back. But if there's any discomfort in your lower back, as we talked about before, just focus on up rather than the back curve. And then coming up, and then twisting this leg round, coming into a side lunge. So our leg out to the side, and if you can, balance. Ooh. or you can just stay low, flexing your toes, then coming through to the middle into a nice wide-legged squat. I can't get my heels on the floor, so I have to balance with my heels off. It's something I am trying to work on, but I've just got very tight hips. And then we're just going to move through to do it on the other side. So coming into the side lunge on this side. And flexing your toe. And then twisting round. So you should now have your other leg down. And we're going to come into our low lunge. Again, reach up nice and tall, rather than trying to get back. Reach up tall first, and then you can drift back. And then coming down, stepping up into your pyramid pose. Nice stretch down the back of the legs. And then coming round and into triangle. And then up into your star. Into goddess. Up and into your side bend. And up and back to your wide-legged stance. So that's the whole of the salutation. So it's fairly, you can probably notice the difference with the sun salutation. It still flows, but in a much smoother, probably less intense way. So we'll just go through it a couple more times. Oh, sorry, got something in my eye. We'll go through it a couple more times, so you're familiar with the moves, and then hopefully it's another sequence that you have in your toolbox, as it were. So coming into that wide-legged stance to start. It's a really good opportunity just to connect with your breath before we begin the moves. So then stepping through, reaching up and over, stepping out and into goddess, and up into your 5-pointed star, and down and into triangle, and round, and reach down, and down into your lunge, and reach up, and then if you want to take it back and down and into your side, flexing the foot, and if you can, balancing, and then through the middle. Oh, my foot's stuck on my mat. Through the middle, pausing for a second in the middle, squat before moving over, transferring weight onto the other side. Coming round into your lunge. Reaching up, and then back. And then down, all the way down to the ground, to lift yourself up and reach down. And then twist your foot. Coming up into your star. Down into goddess. Up, stepping across and to the centre, back to your wide-legged. I'll go through one more time. Again, just maybe a little bit quicker. But you don't have to go through, you can do this again, as I've said, slowly or with more flow. It's entirely up to you and how you feel. But you should notice, as I say, the difference between the kind of sensation of power and strength that you use for the sun versus a slight difference in this one. It's a bit more restorative. So stepping up, reaching up, bending down to the side. Coming through into your goddess and up and into your star, and then twisting your left, no, it won't be your left, it'll be your right, left foot to face the side, keeping your other foot facing forwards, and then coming round, stepping that one back so they're both pointing the short edge of your mat, reaching down, dropping down into your low lunge, sweeping up, and then back if you want to, and down into your side, through the middle, into your squat, and then across to the other side, keeping that, you're trying to keep this leg out, and then rounding into your lunge. Sweeping your arms up and back down, coming up, stepping through, reaching down, then twisting your foot one foot to face the front, the other to face the side of the mat, and reaching up. So the hand that is reaching down, that foot should be facing to the side. The other foot should be facing forward, coming up into your star, goddess, side, and back to the beginning. So we'll go through one more time because the usual thing is to do 4. And hopefully you will have it sussed at this point. So starting middle, stepping out to goddess, up to your star, turning one foot in to the side, the other one stays facing forwards, and then turning both to face the side of the mat and reaching down, and then taking your low lunge and reaching up and back and down, and then taking your side stretch, coming through to your squat in the middle, and again you can balance, and then coming through to the other side, just trying to work that knee out if you can, Turning round and into your lunge. And down into your pyramid. And turning to do your triangle, turning your foot. Coming up to your star. And your goddess. Reaching across. Coming back to the center. So there you have it, your moon salutation. So I hope you find that one an enjoyable practice, and I think it's a good one to do, particularly perhaps later on in the day if you're still looking to do a bit of movement but you're kind of not got as much energy, or if you're just generally feeling a bit lower and you want to do a nice movement practice but that isn't perhaps quite as high energy as a sun salutation or as strong. So that's just another tool in your toolbox, as it were. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Take care.